Alright guys, sit tight, buckle up, and get ready. We have good news and some stuff to do now.
You're one to talk. How much earlier did you get back again? I'd be surprised if you searched at all.
This is it.
Yeah, Clover and Tenmyouji still aren't back.
So, find anything?
Yep, we sure did.
Yeah? Well, go on, spill it.
Alright, fine. Just let me drink my water over here first, in order to spit. I explained to them how we'd found Quark in the treatment center.
I see. Oh, that's good to hear.
Little jerk, making us all worried.
There is more.
And that is?
There is still some cause for concern.
Just spit it out.
Quark may have contracted an illness of some sort. As such, he has been left in the treatment pod.
Will he be alright?
Yeah. He'll probably...
Probably? Do you even...
Whatever, at least we found him. Pretty lucky he's alive, too.
What do you mean by that?
I mean what I said, genius. I'm glad he's not dead, aren't you?
As equivocal as ever, I see.
How kind of you to say so.
So, was Quark all you found?
Is it just me, or is K more and more angry at Dio lately? I mean, he looked like it here, and there was one time he was suspected by Dio to be the murderer.
The way you were talking made it sound like there was something else.
I'm just saying, because usually K is very, very calm and irrational about stuff. So that's why I'm saying this. Yeah, I'll explain that after Tenmyouji and Clover get back. There's something I wanted to ask you about first, though. When you went through the green door, did you search two different rooms?
Two?
No, just the treatment center.
I see. Then what was the other one?
What do you mean, the other one?
You know, where there's that intersection with three doors? Well, when Kay and I went there, two of the doors were unlocked. You guys unlocked the one that went to the treatment center when you went through the green door. But the other one...
Who could have opened it?
Don't look at me. I told you, we only opened the one that went to the treatment center.
Could it have been Zero Senior?
I don't know. I mean, thinking about the theory that I had before of different people opening doors depending on what braces they have by using the lever, if we're talking about two doors that opened and combining that with my theory, then that would mean that two people unlocked the doors. But if there is only one person that unlocked those two doors, then either it's Zero Senior or my theory is kaput there.
So did you and Kay go through the other door?
Yeah.
What was in there?
Nothing really.
It appeared to be some sort of room for servicing something.
That doesn't make any sense. So what the hell was whoever opened that door looking for?
Who knows?
Tenmyouji and Clover are running rather late.
Oh god. I have a bad feeling again.
Should we go and look for them?
Yeah. Now, there's something I want to check first.
It's never easy with you, is it?
Well, let's get it over with. Huh.
This is the rec room. Dio and I came here earlier when we were looking for Quark.
So why are we here?
Was there something here you needed to see?
More like something that we need to check with you. I do want to ask first. Are you familiar with the term... Are you familiar with the luminol? it is a police detective's best friend in investigations. I said nothing. Instead made my way over toward the cabinet. Inside was the luminol. I reached in and pulled it out, then headed to the light switch and flipped it. The room went dark, and I headed back to where the others were still standing.
Whoa, whoa, what is this? You gonna start telling ghost stories or something?
Well, not quite, but it does remind me of one now that I think of it. A murder mystery one, that is. It is said that in a recreational room at a 5-star hotel, a murder took place. Later, the detective questioned every suspect in the exact same room and found the killer using luminol. Before the killer was about to get sprayed with the luminol and get busted, he was about to raise his gun from inside his vest, only to be stopped by the detective right then and there, with the murderer killed by his own gun. And, well, that is not the end of it though, because rumors say that the ghost of the murderer haunts recreational rooms like this one. He may even be here with us as we speak! Woo! Why? You scared of ghosts?
You're kidding me, right?
Then show me how brave you are. Stick out your bracelet. Either to 5, please.
Our bracelets?
Yeah. I want to see the underside of them.
What do you mean by that?
I mean the side on the bottom. Duh. The side that doesn't have the display on it. Come on. You really gonna make me explain this?
I know what you mean. What I'm asking is what the hell you think you're...
Just do it. It's not hard.
Should I also participate?
Oh yeah, definitely. No, you're fine, Kay. What? Your bracelet is a little different from ours. But I'll join in just to make it fair. There was a brief moment of hesitation before Dio and Phi stuck out their arms. I held mine out as well, wrist pointed upward.
This okay?
Yeah. Just hold it like that for a moment. As best as I could, I pulled the luminol from my pocket and sprayed it across all 3 of our wrists.
Ugh. Cold. What the hell, man?
Dio jerked his arm back with a shout. I don't see anything glowing. Phi's bracelet is clean. So is mine, of course.
That leaves only Dio.
Wait. What are you talking about?
I'll explain in a minute. Just show me your bracelet. Is something wrong? Just show it to me. Come on, Dio. We don't have time for this. I mean, you're not afraid of some cold liquid, are you?
Why do I have to do what you tell me to?
Because I'm trying to prove your innocence.
Oh, like hell you are. I don't know what you're looking for, but you're not gonna find it on me.
If you say that we won't find it on you, then you will have no problem spraying this on your bracelet. Then just show me your arm.
No! You don't get to order me around, I have rights!
Oh my, as he spoke, Dio made a break for the exit. He didn't get far.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dio.
He spun around, toward the other exit. Stop him!
Right!
Don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
All 3 of us leapt at Dio. Get him!
Diaper. Diaper? Powder. Powder. Oil. Oil. Safety pin. Safety pin. forceps.
Aha! I knew it. We have found our killer, folks! Now we know who killed that old woman. And is now participating in a Nonary game themselves. His base is glowing. Then that means...
Let me go! Get off of me, you fuckers!
Dio. He killed the old lady.
No! You don't understand. This is all some kind of... a mistake. Shit.
What's going on here? I think it's about time you gave us the full story.
As quickly as I could, I explained to Fi what Kay and I had noticed on the old woman's breast.
So the person with the bloody bracelet would have to be the person who killed her.
Which would mean that Dio wasn't even supposed to be a participant in this, but instead that old woman. But she got killed by him and she was hidden in the AB room. And this can apply to every other timeline as well. Kinda makes me wonder where he hid her body at those times. Yeah, exactly. Even if they wiped it off, I figured the Illumina would still react to the blood. Looks like I was right. I got you, Dio. You might as well confess. Well, we are all ears.
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Why?
Are you Zero?
No. I was under orders. I was sent here to do something.
To do what?
Who gave you this order?
I'll die before I tell you.
So your orders were more important than Alice and Luna's lives.
Whoa, whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I killed the old lady, but that's it. I don't know anything about what happened to Alice and Luna.
That is true, given what I know so far of Alice. She did kill herself before in similar situation, but... I'm wondering about Luna's situation though. And that ejection gun. That wasn't you?
Tread carefully, Sigma. This man is not to be trusted. He has already shown he is willing to lie and kill.
Come on, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
Even if we do believe you, you're still a killer. You just haven't killed as many people.
Exactly. He should be restrained somehow. If we leave him be, he may well kill again.
But where will we put him?
Is there a room we can lock or anything?
Well, we can put him inside the treatment pod. I mean, there is a lock.
Ah, perhaps we could put him in one of the treatment pods.
Yep.
Once we've locked it, he should be unable to escape.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, wait! I'll be good, I promise.
Yeah. I think you're onto something, Kay. Let's go with that.
Come on, please. Hey, listen to me.
We'll let you out when the white doors open. Someone's going to need your bracelet to open the secondary door.
Don't fuck with me, you guys. There's no way in hell I'm going in that thing.
I'm sorry, Dio, but it is the way it is. We have to solve this.
Let go! Let me go!
Alright.
God damn it!
Time for you to sit in the corner and think about what you did. You have the right to remain silent. Everything you say can and will be used as evidence against you.
I told you assholes to let me go! You can't do this! Stop! Stop! Please stop! Please! No, you can't! Ah! Open this fucking thing!
Alright, well, there's that. We are one step closer to solving the whole Nonary game here. I wouldn't be surprised if he's also responsible for the bombs too, but that is something that I'm gonna have to think about myself, about the other timelines. If he is under orders from someone that isn't Zero Senior, in which case it would make sense for him to be the one to use the bombs, possibly to stop the Nonary game for some mission of his.
I said open it, goddammit!
I don't think so.
Ugh! You're gonna pay for this! When I get out of here, I'm gonna fucking end you!
So, I guess we figured out who the murderer was. And then found Quark.
Now all that's left to do is find Clover and Tenmyouji.
Yeah.
Why don't we head back to the warehouse and start from there? They may have already returned.
Good point.
Let's go.
Though, I seriously doubt that it is as easy as that. If we are to go by what the Dio said, and if it's true that he had nothing to do with Luna, cause I'm pretty sure that Alice's case is similar to the other timelines, it was suicide. Whereas with Luna, I think that somebody injected her. Or... oh god. I'm thinking that Luna got infected with the Radical 6 as well, so she killed herself with the injection gun. That can be a possibility. That, and if something happened to Clover and Tenmyouji, it could be that Dio did something to them. He said nothing about doing anything to Alice and Luna, but we don't know about Clover or Tenmyouji, if they did anything to them. If something bad happened to them. Looks like they aren't back yet.
Perhaps they went to look for us.
Oh man. Now I gotta go look for them. If that's the case, then good lords, are we gonna miss each other many times? If we are looking for each other. Seriously.
How much time until the white doors open?
50 minutes.
Then I don't think we really need to hurry yet. Why don't we wait a little longer? For all we know, they're on their way back right now.
Kay and I nodded.
By the way, there was something I wanted to ask you guys about.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Quark's bracelet. When we found him in the pod, he wasn't wearing it. Why?
How should I know?
Presumably, it had been taken off before we found him.
So we have no idea where it is.
True. It very well can be possible that someone took it. In fact, I am gonna go with that. And given that now Quark has 9 BP, it would mean that somebody took it to escape through the number 9 door. Which can either be Dio, or someone else who is willing to escape. Pretty much.
I see. That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game.
What?
We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door. If we lose one...
Oh no. We won't be able to go through the secondary door.
Yeah.
Who will be pairing up with Quark?
Quark's bracelet should be a red solo. That would mean he'd be with the cyan pair.
Who's the cyan pair?
Clover and Tenmyouji.
And they're not here. So this would mean that without Quark's bracelet, both of them wouldn't even be able to go through the secondary doors, which would totally suck.
The two people who are missing.
Quark's bracelet is gone, and his two teammates have disappeared.
What's going on? Does that mean Clover and Tenmyouji took the bracelet?
Well, if they found Quark before you did, yeah, there's a good chance they did.
Then why aren't they back yet?
Perhaps they've already gone through the white door.
Nah, I don't think so. Even with the right bracelets, we would still need to wait for the doors to open automatically. And we have like under 50 minutes left for that to happen. What? No, that's not possible. The primary doors haven't even opened yet.
Perhaps someone opened one of them.
How?
I don't know. But it's happened before.
It did?
Remember the three doors on the other side of the green door? Someone made one of them open. Perhaps this is the same thing.
Oh yeah, but there was a lever there to pull in order to open the door. And it has a different mechanism for the doors to open. These chromatic doors over here don't even have anything for us to use in order for us to open them ourselves. Just a display near the lock that says locked. That's it. But that's against the rules.
Yes, I know. But if the person opening the doors is Zero Senior, do you really think the rules matter?
In that case, no. Zero Senior would more than likely have something on them that would make the doors open automatically, that's for sure. If we're talking about either Tenmyouji or Clover being Zero Senior.
Zero Senior controls the entire game.
So are you saying Clover or Tenmyouji is Zero Senior?
It is a possibility. It would explain why they still haven't shown up.
Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors?
If they did, we won't know where they went until the doors open for the rest of us.
So I would assume.
This is still all just speculation, though. Maybe we should go look for them again. One of us can stay behind, so that we don't miss them if they come back.
Okay. I'll stay.
Sigma and I will go see if we can find them then.
Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens, all right? Oh, and don't forget to bring Dio with you.
Of course. Alright. Come on, big teddy bear. Let's go. Let's do our thing once again. Alright, let's check the pantry. So this is the pantry.
So it would appear.
Boy, I wonder what kind of puzzles are in here. Oh, looks like they're not here.
When we started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red door. Which would have meant this room.
And none of the other rooms have been unlocked. Not gonna do us any good to hang around here, though. Let's head upstairs.
Very well.
No one here either, huh? Tenmyouji loves scotch so much, I thought we might find him here drinking some. It was around that time that I noticed Kay was acting strangely. He was staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way that I probably would have described as blankly, if I could have actually seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink? If so, I recommend the Jack Daniels.
Oh, no. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask...
Alright. Sorry, that sucks. Do you feel hungry, Kay? Honestly, I got so used to the suit, I kind of forgotten you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything?
Well, actually, I did remember a little.
Okay, well, in that case, talk to us about it. I mean, we can just sit down on the sofa here, and I will prepare a drink while at it. Really?
Yes,
What did you remember?
my father.
When did you... When did you remember that? Did it just pop up out of nowhere?
Please, don't joke.
Okay, I guess that was a joke. It just flew right past me.
This is serious.
Sorry. So you remembered how you... So you remembered who your father was?
Yes,
What about your mom?
I don't seem to have one.
Do you remember the name of your father? Oh. So your dad raised you?
Well,
Kay stopped for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him.
I was raised in the facility where my father worked. He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older.
Oh. Little Kay.
That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working. But the only times he wasn't working were the times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had was with the education software he had given me. I suppose I was a fairly expressionless child then. We developed body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with, I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mention the mother as part of a family, and in several the mother, father, and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night, they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought, I would be so happy. So, for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working and, as usual, was making his way toward his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. He looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, "Okay." I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather, her ID number, they were dashed. He had given me a robot to play the part of a mother. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine, who did what a human told her to. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. Then, he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He never scolded me for anything before. At first I was surprised, then angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered a robot to take care of me and shoot us out of his lab. The robot was very convincing, and she smiled and spoke as if she was a real person. But I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. You can talk to a robot, and it will respond. But in the end, you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I'd wanted, I still had the education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. A robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't even exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him, but I never considered living. Perhaps, in the hidden depths of my heart, I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd ever seen, apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment I thought my father had created a new robot. But when I told her that, she laughed and explained that she had come to help me. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long, I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine that the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I had never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said, I would need to be more polite. Having eaten alone for my entire life, matters had never been something I'd even thought about. My father got in trouble too, when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time. The room we considered our living room changed too. Before it had been just another room. but she made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. For a little while every day, I got the family I'd longed for ever since I was a child. At her suggestion, I started to help with my father's research. He specialized in genetic engineering, and I discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like a father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I'd learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, bright, and meaningful. But most importantly, I was happy. Four years passed in the blink of an eye, until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death. I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I'd been helping with was working toward. Perhaps, I thought, I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I'd bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. I had been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue it in his place. I was stunned. I was furious with my father, and with her, and even with the research I poured myself into for 4 years. There was only one thing to do. Destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor and, with it, the entire facility. But she saw right through me. My father was livid, and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I'd misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life? Or... Still, I couldn't bring myself to hit her. She had given me a reason to live. Even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she'd shown me had been real. She'd made me feel as if I had a real family. And that was something I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help to repay that favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy, normal life together. But she couldn't. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she had wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me in hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future where no one would have to die. But I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand to think that she would give her life for a man I never even seen. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that is why I lost my memory. Kay let out a deep, tired sigh.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time.
It's alright, Kay. No need to apologize. This is obviously something very important to you. Something that you just remembered. No need to apologize. It's okay.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
So, do you remember almost everything?
No, the details are still indistinct. Especially more recent events.
Huh. Well, whenever you remember anything else about your past, we are here to listen, Kay. You may have had your cold moments before of betraying us in the last round, but you had your reason for it. Reasons that I can understand, given the situation that we are in right now. You are a good man, Kay. And I'm gonna keep that thought all the way to my grave.
Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I laid down for a bit?
Of course. What's wrong?
I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode.
Are you okay?
Yes. I think I just need to rest.
Yeah. Sure thing, pal. Okay. Take as long as you need. I'll go look for Clover and Tenmyouji myself.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
You're welcome. Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. Guess I better get moving then.